This is Tom Fox, and I'd like to welcome you to the Daily Compliance News. The Daily Compliance News is the only daily podcast which curates 4 top compliance, ethics, and/or corruption stories for your listening and viewing pleasure if you're watching this on YouTube. We daily look at some of the top stories, and it gives you a great way to start your day around compliant ethics and sometimes corruption. So check out the Daily Compliance News. It's on the Compliance Podcast Network. Also, if you haven't done so, please check out AI Today in 5, where I look at 5 AI compliance-related stories on a daily basis as well. Thank you. The Daily Compliance News for September 12, 2025, the Epstein and JPMorgan edition. And we begin with that story from the Sunday New York Times Magazine, which had a incredibly detailed investigative report entitled How JPMorgan Enabled the Crimes of Jeffrey Epstein. It's really a damning article about JPMorgan, Jess Staley, and others within JPMorgan who kept Epstein on as a client long after allegations and conviction for sex trafficking came out. Next up, following another story on Epstein is the British ambassador to the United States, Peter Mandelson, was sacked yesterday from his post after a trove of emails showed he continued to offer support to Epstein long after the disgraced financier was jailed for sex offenses. The British Prime Minister, Sir Keir Starmer, asked him to step down in light of the emails. They were materially different information that was known at the time of his appointment. So the Epstein scandal continues. From the Financial Times, we have 2 stories. The first is that the German police have raided the political party AfD's lawmakers' offices and the homes of prominent far-right lawmakers as a part of a money laundering and corruption probe involving Chinese funds. The searches followed a parliamentary decision to lift the immunity of an MP from Saxony, Maximilian Krah, and the Dresden prosecutor confirmed the raids were investigating that a member of the German parliament on charges of bribery in the EU in connection with payments from China. And our final story, also from the FT, talks about aspiration. Now, if you haven't heard of that story, it popped up last week in a podcast from Pablo Torre, which alleged that the owner of the Los Angeles Clippers, Steve Ballmer, had laundered money through the company to make an off-the-books payment to their superstar, Kawhi Leonard. Now, the NBA has opened a separate investigation into this, but this article focuses on the company and how it took investments from a large number of blue chip clients, including Leonardo DiCaprio, Kiara Gerber, Cindy Crawford, all who invested in the company, and the company has now gone bankrupt. So the question becomes, how much of all of this was simply fraud and smoke and mirrors? The company, as I said, is in bankruptcy, and there'll be more to come out on this. This is our last podcast for the week beginning on September 8th. So I hope you have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.